hello, hello, guys and gals. Me, Mutahara, and ladies and gentlemen. I'm sure by the time I upload this video, you've probably already seen something about it. But it's currently late in the night, and look, I talked about a lot of sad stuff, but I think I genuinely found something that is probably so goddamn hilarious. I'm just gonna cut right into it. Now, this is a video by an individual known as Stale2000. Now, if you don't know that name, ladies and gentlemen, Stale2000 appears to be a moderator on r/livestream-fails. Now, for anybody that doesn't know what r/livestream-fails is, it's a place for all things live streaming. You know, a platform where, you know, people who typically have live stream fails, you know, they get posted up here. We've looked at it in the past. Now, this is a Reddit moderator that, you know, if you look very carefully, this individual used to be in here, but he's since been removed, okay? So, because he's been removed, our fellow friend, our Reddit moderator, decided to upload a 20-minute video to the CEO of Reddit. Look, let's just get right into it, ladies and gentlemen. This is a lot of hilarity will ensue. Let's get into it.
Hello, Spez, Mr. CEO of Reddit. I hope you have received this public video that I have created and sent to you via your email. If not, I hope anybody who cares about the topic in this video can get this to him in any way that you can. This video is about a topic of deadly seriousness, and that is of Reddit moderation and the state of your platform.
We're not even 20 seconds in. Oh, you know, I'm laughing so hard there that I started losing consciousness, man. I'm not even joking. I have this thing where, like, if I laugh too much, I feel like I put pressure on, like, an artery. And I'm fucking passing out. I get lightheaded. Now, yes. Oh my god, I actually am legit lightheaded. Hold on. Ladies and gentlemen, you know, when you're making Chris Chan look more intimidating.
This does not even deserve a captain's log introduction, because this is dead serious. The inside and outside tour I did a few months ago of my house, everyone here, my mother and my father are angry at me.
When you make Chris Chan look more intimidating, it's over. Now, I was debating for a long time. This has to be performance art. It really has to be performance art, but it's not. It really is not. So let's continue into it and see how deadly serious moderating on Reddit. First off, let's just start off by saying it's a subreddit, okay? There's nothing serious about this. A lot of people jump into doing what this guy does entirely for free. This man is a Janny. This is an internet janitor who does this for free. So let's go into the delusions a little bit more.
But first, some background. I'm Brian, or Stale2000, or Tarot Card. I was the top moderator of your #1 gaming subreddit, r/livestreamfail, before I was recently removed from that position by the Reddit Code of Conduct team. I became a Reddit moderator for one reason, and that is because I think that Reddit communities and correspondingly its moderators have massive power and influence, and for some reason, nobody seems to notice, care, or take this seriously. Least of all...
God, man. So, you heard it right here. This man was ousted because of Reddit's Code of Conduct. Now, of course nobody takes it seriously, motherfucker. Come on. You make it too easy. I'm just going to be honest with you right now. There's a lot of issues I have with this video. Okay, first off, the background. We got to stop with this, like, weird downloaded Shutterstock stuff. Look. Immediately, if you want to give yourself some more aura points to make yourself look more badass than you actually are supposed to be here, you know, use the PlayStation 2 error disc-like background. Automatically looks way cooler. Now, the big crux for this massive crash out was due to the fact that this mod got removed because allegedly it was jannying up or cleaning out criticism regarding a potential scammy push. So let's actually look closer at that first.
There was an announcement related to a live stream-related game show called $1 Million Fan. It was basically a game show like Survivor or Big Brother, where fans of a streamer compete in different challenges with an influencer or a streamer for various prizes. The kicker here is that there was a grand prize of $20 million, supposedly. This was supposedly going to be aired on Amazon Prime, and it was also confirmed to be including a couple of mid-sized and large streamers like Alexandra and Andrea Botez, Extra Emily, Canute, and a few others. Additionally, the opportunity was supposedly brought to these streamers by a company called Mythic Talent, which is a well-respected streamer agency that represents hundreds of live streamers. I heard about the game show a few hours after it got announced by a couple major live streamers. It sounded like the perfect type of content for a live stream fail. I mean, reality TV, game show, live streaming, gaming, that's perfect for LSF, which is about fun, crazy content about kind of live streaming gamers.
I don't know about that, bro. I've been on LSF a few times. I'm pretty sure like 99% of the posts are about like fucking 3 streamers, okay? It's like Asmon says some dumb shit, Hassan Piker zaps his dog, Destiny says some dumb shit. It very rarely is like live stream fails, okay? But the other thing that he's kind of talking about over here is something known as the $1 Million Fan Show. Now, if you go to the website for this, it's actually completely unavailable, right? Now, thankfully, due to the Wayback Machine, if we go back to January 13, 2026, this was supposed to be the show. Now, apparently, this is supposed to be something hosted on Amazon Prime. First time I'm hearing about this. But to understand, this was a show that, had a bunch of streamers. So, for instance, I guess these are the big streamers over here. I don't really know much of what their content is, but I do recognize some names over here. I think I've seen Esfon before. I've seen Extra Emily in like some LSF clips, but these are larger streamers, and from my understanding, they may be represented by an organization known as Mythic Talent, which from my understanding is a pretty legitimate organization, and these streamers were basically kind of thrown towards this reality TV show. Now, look, dog, when you see a $20 million grand prize, it makes me wonder how much of the real fucking world this Reddit moderator has actually touched. Because there are actually legitimate shows in reality land that don't even give prizes that huge. No show is giving generational wealth that has a website that looks this vibe coded to begin with, okay? Now, immediately eagle-eyed Redditors were looking at like images of the mansion and they were like, wait a minute. This kind of looks close to a 3D rendering of a fucking mansion. So apparently this might have been like a 3D rendering and not actually, it may have been an AI mansion that was actually put onto the website. Not usually a very good sign here, okay? We're getting some Willy Wonka factory scam vibes here. But anyways, this is supposed to be a crash prize, $20 million. And of course, ultimately, you're supposed to make an account, choose a streamer, enter their sweepstakes and contests, and then get chosen and take the stage. So apparently, it's a one-of-a-kind reality show where fans don't just watch the action, they become the stars. Streamers and their most dedicated fans come together for a $20 million grand prize. Born from a love of entertainment, competition, and community, we push beyond the yada yada yada. Okay, look, it turns out that it probably isn't that legitimate if everything is getting fucking Thanos snapped out of existence, okay? When the website ain't there, when the TikTok's accounts aren't there, when the Twitch account isn't there, when the Instagram is going out, probably doesn't look like a legitimate opportunity, okay? Simple as that. Now, is it a scam? Is it not? Honestly, I don't know, okay? I think Amazon should probably discuss this a little bit more, considering they were supposed to be the ones hosting it. But if we go back to our Redditor friend, yeah, he's all about saying that this opportunity existed, and he kind of put a lot of blame on Reddit, right? Maybe Reddit should be the ones that are kind of footing some bills here, so let's listen closely.
This collaboration would just be to get cool content on the subreddit. No, financial incentives, no moderators being paid, basically none of anything like that, just fun, cool stuff for the community in the subreddit. For collaborations, the first obvious thing that came to mind was, how do we get their content on the subreddit? Either some superfans or some editors could clip some cool hype moment from the show and then post it to the subreddit. But I also had a stretch goal, and that was, what if LSF could be part of the show in some way? I don't know, there could be like a LSF-themed best clip contest. Like contestants compete in one of the kind of small challenges, they make the best clip, and then somebody kind of wins a prize at the end.
I love how everything related to this when it comes to the community is all like free community hours put into it, okay? Like, yeah, we should get some clippers and editors involved into it. Yeah, how much are these guys getting paid? And also, if it's a show run by Amazon fucking Prime, how are you going to deal with the licensing of having like a fully produced show onto Reddit just out there? Are you going to do some licenses there? What the fuck is going to happen, right? Like, the idea that these people are just like going to sit around and clip and this is all like a funny, goofy thing for the community. You know, again, let's talk about what this reality TV show is. Dog, if it's supposed to be Big Brother with streamer characters, are we not just questioning the fact that the project itself looks shady as fuck to begin with? And also, a $20 million cash prize, dog, I'm pretty sure actual Big Brother doesn't have a cash prize like that.
So I reached out to the organizers, and to my surprise, they immediately understood what LSF was, what power it had, and they even agreed to the stretch goal of like the cool competition to have in the actual show. From my perspective, this felt like one of the coolest things that a subreddit has ever done. I mean, being in a freaking reality TV show in a topic that's directly related to the subreddit, how awesome. And then, you know, maybe I could leverage this to get even more opportunities either for our subreddit or for other subreddits across the entire platform. That's how I felt, at least, and that's clearly not how it worked out. After they agreed to kind of a couple of these kind of requests that I had in my stretch goal, they immediately started moving very quickly. We wrote up an announcement and they wanted this out within like 24 hours.
Yeah, that seems pretty normal, right? You're doing a huge produced television show, and suddenly the moment you get involved, the moment these like people running the show are able to like find some way to like push like actual engagement, they're like, hold on a minute. Let's get this done in like 24 hours. It seems like a normal turnaround time, especially for like, this television show that's working with Amazon and everything. Like, can we like actually get the gears turning in our fucking brains and realize that things are actually looking quite shady over here, like
quickly worked to make an announcement together, and I posted it the next day. When I posted it, everybody in the comment section immediately yelled, scam, 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 scam. This initially didn't actually worry me because no matter what we do, people call it a scam. I mean, I've done AMAs with the Twitch CEO. People called that a scam. And I was also thinking like multiple major live streamers were involved. Mythic Talent was involved. Surely they had done their due diligence, right? Additionally, the thing that people were the most skeptical about was the $20 million grand prize. This initially confused me as well. But once I heard that, Amazon Prime was allegedly involved, my initial concerns were assuaded.
It's like, hold on, guys. The multi-billion-dollar company is involved. They're just handing shit out like candy. Dog, this is why you are a Reddit moderator, and these are multi-billion-dollar businesses. Like I said, okay, you don't have to have your bullshit radar go off when you look at a $20 million grand prize, and you're like, wait a minute, hold on. What are the other reality TV shows giving out? Let's look at the prize for, like, Mr. Beast games, for instance. It's fucking insane how, like, Mr. Beast games apparently has, like, a $10 million fucking, like, prize reward. And the reality of it is that's the Beast games, right? And we all know who Mr. Beast is. We don't fucking know who the $1 million fan is. Again, these are questions that you have to ask. Amazon's just not going to give out generational wealth for a TV show that literally nobody had heard about until people started to cover it. Honestly, when I'm finding out about this shit from a Reddit moderator, it's probably not that important or, it's relevant to begin with.
During this time period, I saw and deleted a lot of unsubstantiated claims about the show and the mod team. There were accusations that I knew to be untrue, such that, the mod team had accepted bribes or, had some sort of financial involvement with the show. And I knew that they were not true because I was the one who had this idea the entire time, from start to finish. This happened a couple days. And what I can tell you, for those who, may not believe that for most moderators, I'm a highly paid software engineer working in San Francisco. I do not need to take a couple $1,000 bribes from, random internet scams.
Okay, all right. I believe him on that one, okay? I believe that he's a guy from San Francisco working in the computer world. But again, the idea, what he's basically describing over here is when people started calling this bullshit out, when they started pushing it, obviously Reddit moderators, in his own word, he stepped up full Janie protocol 11 not locked in, okay? Like full cleanup, delete fucking everything started to happen. And this is the problem with like Reddit moderators. It's guys like this, okay? Ultron over here basically fucking telling the rest of the world what they're allowed or not to say. It's one of the reasons why like accessing any Reddit community is just not fun. Because like, when you have people like this that effectively control every little bit of speech, effectively stifling out any form of criticism on their Reddit board, it just makes the whole experience just not that fun. Now, of course, obviously, we pretty much have his word to go on. Do I necessarily believe him? Honestly, kind of, yeah. I think this guy is just not fucking that intelligent enough to figure out that things are shady. And, like in his own words, he's just like, hey, listen, all these multi-million-dollar streamers are involved. These big talent agencies are involved. Surely there can be no mistakes. First off, you're putting a lot of effort into like thinking YouTubers and streamers are smarter than they actually are. 9 times out of 10, there's still people that are fucking stunted in terms of development. They're not really expert business people in a lot of ways, right? I would say very few people that I've met in the space actually understand business and like snowballing their fucking money, so to speak. And when it comes to talent agencies, a lot of these agencies, while yes, they're run by, intelligent, very hardworking people, they're not immune to having blinders on in a situation, right? That's unfortunately the reality of the situation. That doesn't excuse you from not rubbing 2 brain cells together and realizing it doesn't really make a lot of sense at the end of the day. But no, the genie goes in, cleans up everything, and reduces every form of speech out there, okay? I mean, you can't make this shit up, dude. God damn.
I was doing this because I legitimately, care about the subreddit, and that's why I spend my time on it. I thought it'd be kind of cool events for the sub. I'm talking about this and kind of the deleted comments because this is apparently some big no-no in the Reddit TOS or something, or maybe it's like an unspoken rule where if you're involved in some sort of promotion and it ends up not working out or it ends up being a scam or something, if you have deleted comments that have accused it of being a scam, well that, shows a cover up or some way. It shows.
I mean, that literally is a fucking cover up. Just because you're too stupid to realize that something was shady doesn't mean that shutting people's actual criticisms out was actually good to begin with. If anything, the ban this guy got was fucking warranted, okay? Now he doesn't have to be doing this for free. Now he's removed from his, free Janie job, okay? He can focus more on reality land, which is, I think, where he needs to be experiencing shit because clearly the internet has kind of rotted this man's critical thinking, at least from my personal perspective.
Apparently, I'm the only person out there who understands the potential that Reddit has. If Reddit had offered me partnerships, if Reddit had pipelines to connect with kind of major companies, if Reddit had lawyers that were helping me, like reading over these contracts, reading over these agreements, none of these very real mistakes that I made would have happened.
All right, you know what? Whatever leeway I had for this fucking guy, I take it all back. Okay, just put this into perspective. So there's this Amazon Prime television show that may or may not be a scam, right? Now his response is, listen, I understand the value of Reddit. Now, if Reddit wanted to help my little subreddit out, remember, live stream fails. It's a big Reddit, okay? I'm not disagreeing here. But what he's basically saying is the multi-billion-dollar company that gets by on not paying its moderation team suddenly should front, lawyers for him that assist him to, like, review shit. They should forward their actual corporate assets and corporate shit so that, they can assist him in basically ultimately helping another multi-billion-dollar company's, project, which is their alleged television show. I mean, are you fucking stupid? Like, holy shit. I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. This is the most Redditor shit that I've ever seen. I'm not even downplaying that here. But ladies and gentlemen, that's actually not the worst part of this story, okay? Because what you're about to hear next is just the fucking icing on the cake. Listen to this.
Sure, there's some employee at Reddit, the company, that says like, oh yeah, we do that. That's my job. It's over here. Well, clearly you're not even doing 1% of what you should be doing because nobody uses these resources. Nobody cares. You are not doing enough. Multiply it by 100 and then let's talk. Reddit needs to be professionalized and it starts with the mods. This is going to be controversial, but the people who are running your multi-billion-dollar website are unqualified nobodies like me. That doesn't mean it's my fault or their fault. It's your fault, Spez. Here's why. The controversial solution is just get rid of the bad mods with better mods or paid mods or do takeovers or more rules or something like that. But there are better solutions. You can train them. You can give mods infrastructure or pipelines or resources or real kind of material support and treat them as if they have the actual power and influence that they actually have, and so communities can rise to the heights they truly could. And the Reddit Moderator Partner Program is not it. Reddit moderators do not need one call with like one guy a month, as nice as he is, love you Pablo, who has no power and no ability to affect anything. Real material support. That means access to anything that like a talent manager would give an actual celebrity. So an access to a bounty board or ad deals or lawyers or event organizers or
Oh man. He fucking said the word celebrity. Oh fuck, man, my head is killing me. Oh my god. Oh. You know, man, honestly, I'm just gonna be real here. So he's not wrong. A lot of the Reddit moderators look for however much people love to make fun of them, okay? They are actually pretty important. Okay, let's be real with you, okay? The moderators do somewhat keep some civility on the site. Now, in this case, this guy was a little bit overzealous, but generally he's not wrong. Moderators, you know, they do a job, all right? They're the Jannies, or you need a Janny on every forum you go to. But dog, you didn't sign a contract with Reddit, okay? Reddit's not going to just give you money. He's under this weird impression that like the moderators are these unsung celebrities. I mean, he used the word right here, but he's kind of acting in this way where like, obviously, you know, these are powerful people. They're, I guess, in his words, notable. And he thinks that because of that, Reddit's just going to be entitled to give you access to their legal teams, their various like professional, bro, Reddit doesn't give a shit, okay? Reddit is a multi-billion-dollar company. Spez does not give a shit, okay? Spez is surrounded by people that are just fucking number crunching like fucking suits. That's all it is. They do not care. Spez probably laughs about this shit in his mansion and everything, okay? He laughs when he sees this video. He laughs harder than me, okay? That's just the grim reality of the situation. So yeah, you know, this is the tale of a Reddit moderator that, honestly, I would say the smelliest Reddit moderation that I've seen is probably from Stale 2000. And look, based on like his bravado here, his gumption, I'm not surprised that Reddit removed him from the actual LSF board. And to be fair, I'm pretty sure most people on LSF probably are looking at this and thinking, thank God we're free of one more fucking like fascist running the actual board. I mean, really, the way that these people operate their boards and the way that these people hold such power over such meaningless shit should be scientifically goddamn studied. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, honestly, this guy deserved his fucking ban. To be fair with you, I don't know why your alarm bells didn't kick off. I researched $1 Million Fan Show for all of 5 minutes. I'm not even joking. And in 5 minutes, I was able to find some of those red flags. And immediately right there, I was like, listen, probably wouldn't work with that, okay? If I was working with Mythic Talon and my like fucking person brought this forward to me and I looked at this, I would be like, hold on, Chief. How many other people have you signed on? This would have been addressed way quicker. But obviously the moderator here thought, oh my God, I get to work with a big television show. This is going to be really sick for the board. Wowie. And he decided to turn off every blinder and do this kind of stuff. And now, in retaliation to a just banning, he's decided to completely lash out. Bro, you're not a moderator anymore, okay? It's over. It's done. Ladies and gentlemen, if you like what you saw, please like, comment, and subscribe. Dislike it if you dislike it. I am out.